Hi again, I continue on the lesson review number 3 and video number 2. So we finished here and now I start with y-intercept. Y-intercept is where the graph touches, the line touches y-axis. Okay, so if you look at here, you see this is y-intercept. Okay, and if you make a perpendicular line on x-axis, you see you reach to x equals 0. So if you want to find y-intercept, you have to put x equals 0 and find y. X-intercept is where the graph touches x-axis. So if you make a perpendicular line here, you can see y equals 0. So you can put y equals 0 and find x. Okay, for x-intercept. So now you know how to find x-intercept, y-intercept. You know how to find the slope. So you can do any of the method for graphing. The first method is table of values. One of the method is slope-intercept form, I show you, and one of the method is x-intercept, y-intercept method. Okay, I show you all of them. Okay, so the first one is by table of values. As I said, by table of values, so this method is it takes more time because you do more calculation, you use more points, but it's very accurate because you use more points. Okay, so here x and you have y. X you can give whatever you want, okay, but as agreement I do this. Okay, so y is not whatever I want. Y has to be found. Okay, so it's -2 plus 1, which is -1. So I can show one of them. -2 plus 1, which is -1. -1 plus 1, which is 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so now you have to pay attention to graphing techniques. Okay, what do I mean by graphing techniques? Look at here. You have, for x, you have negative values and also you have positive values. Okay, so for x, you need to show positive and negative. For y, you have -1, I know, but the most values you have are positive, so until 3. So you don't need a lot for negative part, but you need just more for positive part. Okay, so I want to pay attention to all of these graphing techniques because then I want to see my graph very beautiful. I want to be able to use the whole graphing paper to show my graph very beautifully. Okay, so yes, I need positive, negative for x. I just need negative for y, but very small part, but more for positive. Okay, so I do this one. I do this one here. Okay, then do I need to say this is 1 and this is 2? Okay, yes, I can, but this is not good graphing techniques because then I didn't use my whole paper. Okay, I didn't use that, so I don't do that. So I try to use my whole part. Okay, so I say this is 1 and this is 2. I use 3 by 3, so I go 3 by 3. This is -1, this is -2, and yes, perfect. Here I didn't use this part, I didn't use this part, but I try my best to use the whole part. Okay, because I have a space. For x I go 3 by 3. How about for y? Okay, for y, okay, so I can say this is -1, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, I don't need to go. So here I go 3 by 3. Here I go 2 by 2. Okay, so because I want to use my whole graphing paper. Okay, so -2, -1. Okay, -2 is here and -1. This is the point. -2 on x and -1 on y. -1 and 0. -1 and 0. 0 and 1, which is here. 1 and 2, which is here. 2 and 3, which is here. And then I can connect them. Okay, so maybe I use the line here. Oops. So if I'm able to somehow, okay, so just 1 second, maybe this time I can try one more time. Yes, Okay, yes, that's a line. Okay, see, I didn't use that part. It doesn't matter, I try my best. Okay, so this is called graphing techniques. Okay, so the other method is by a stop intercept method. A stop intercept method is very good for this kind of questions. When you have fractional slope, this is a very good method. So how do I do that? First, I find 1, and then I use rise over run to go to the next point. How? So I'm going to show you here. Okay, so I need to find 1, and then I have rise over run, which says if I go 5 to the right, because 5 is in the denominator, I go 4 up. Okay, so I am going to, okay, so let me see. I am going to do this. Okay, so I have to see if I can go 2 by 2. Okay, so if I do, for example, if I say this is 1, for example, if I say this is 1, then I have to, from here, I have to go 4 up, and I don't have room if I go 2 by 2. Okay, so this is graphing techniques. So I try my best to use a very good method to show everything, because everything on the paper, because I don't want to go just out of the paper, and I don't want to use just a small piece of the paper. I want to use the whole part. Okay, so I find 1 here, then I say I go 5 to right, I go 4 up, because rise over run, because the slope I see is 4 over 5. Okay, so this is 1, I go 5 to the right, I cannot go 2 by 2. Let me see, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, here I can go 2 by 2. Okay, so it's 1 2 3 4 and 5. I can go 5 to right. Okay, so 5 to right, and how many up? So 1 2 3 4. Okay, here, that's the graph. Okay, see, because I have a space, I move 2 by 2 on y, so on x, so 2 by 2, and here I move 1 by 1. And see, I try my best to use the whole part of the paper. I show all the points inside the paper. I don't go outside the paper. So this means the graphing techniques. So I find y-intercept, and I use rise over run. I go 5 to the right, and I go 4 up. Why up? Because it's plus, positive. If I have minus, I go down. Okay, so from where? From the y-intercept that I have. Okay, so this is another method. This method says, like, you have to find x-intercept, you have to find y-intercept, and then find them and just connect them. Oh, okay, so x equals 0, y is 1. Okay, so 0 and 1 is y-intercept. Y equals 0, x is minus 1. So minus 1 and 0. Okay, so I have to find these 2 points. Minus 1 and 0, so it's, okay, so it's here and here. Okay, so 0 and 1, so for example this, let's say, for example, I can say here, for example, I go 4 by 4, this is minus 1. Okay, so then I connect them. Okay, see here, so this one I go 4 by 4, and this one I go 2 by 2. Okay, see, these are faster than the first method. The first method, but that method is more accurate because I have more points. Here I have to give values to x, I have to calculate y, I have to find all those points, and then I have to connect them. But I have 5 points. The best way is if I have 3 points, because I have 2 points and to connect them, and the third point is just to check if I didn't make any mistake. Okay, so here, let me see. Yeah. Okay, so but I can see these 2 methods, which is the second, which is a stop intercept form, this one, and these 2 methods are just faster. Okay, so you can do them, and you can use them if you want to have a rough idea about the line. You can use those methods. Okay, so there are some questions and some practice questions that we can do here. I really like to do all of them for you because based on my experience, a student need help need more practice for lines. Okay, so find a slope. How do you find a slope? Okay, a slope is 4 minus 3 y2 minus y1 over 1 minus 2, because x2 minus x1. Okay, so which is 1 over minus 1, which is minus 1. Okay, so the slope is negative, so the line is going down. If I go to right, I go 1 unit down. Okay, so how about this? What is the equation of the straight line with this slope and goes through this point? Oh, okay, so this is y-intercept. How do I know? Because x is 0. Oh, perfect. So the line is y equal minus 2 over 3 x plus 2. That's it. Okay, now I can graph it. How do I graph it? Okay, I have to find 2. Okay, I have to find 2, and then I go 3 to right, 2 down. Why down? Because it's negative. Okay, so now let me see. Okay, so here I have this one. Here, for example, I have this one. Okay, so for example, I can say okay, so I need to find 2. Okay, I find 2 here, and then I say, okay, I go 3 to right, I go 2 down. Yes, so I can find 2 here. So this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, so now I go 3 to right, so 1, 1, 2, and 3. I go 2 by 2 for both of them, so I go to 1, 2, and 3 to right, then I go 2 down, which is here. Okay, and now I can connect these 2 points. Okay, I can connect these 2 points, and these 2 points are, one of them is x-intercept, one of them is y-intercept. That's nice. X-intercept is also 3 and 0. Okay, so you find y-intercept, then you use you look at the slope. Based on the slope, for the denominator you go to right, and for the just look at the top. If it is positive, you go up. If it is negative, you go down. Okay, another question is here. A straight line has this equation. The equation is a standard form, and I want you to find a slope and y-intercept. Don't say a slope is 3 because you see 3 here. No. The only time you can say number beside x is a slope is when you isolate y. So you have to solve for y. So 3y is minus 3x plus 9. So y is minus 3x over 3 plus 9 over 3, which is minus x plus 3. Okay, so what do I have here? Okay, so this is a slope. A slope is minus 1, and y-intercept is 0 and 3. Okay, yeah. Okay, so find the coordinates of x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, so when I say coordinates, means you have to show x-intercept and y-intercept as pair. Okay, for example, 0 and y-intercept, or x-intercept and 0. Okay, so you have to do that. How do you find x-intercept, y-intercept? So, okay, y-intercept is here. Okay, so y-intercept, because I have y equal mx plus b. Okay, so y-intercept is 0 and 3. That's it. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can say, you know that when y is isolated, the number there is y-intercept, just the right side. The number alone without x. Okay, so how about x-intercept? Okay, for x-intercept, I put y equals 0 and find x. Okay, so 0 equal minus x over 2 plus 3. So x over 2 is 3 and x is 6. Okay, so 6 and 0. So 6 and 0 is x-intercept. 6 and 0 is x-intercept, and y-intercept is this one. Okay, so how about this question? Explain the procedure for plotting this point on a grid representing a rectangular coordinate system. So means, how do you show a point on a graphing paper? Okay, so how do you show it? Okay, so I just go on my graphing paper. Okay, so I go to 5, so 1 2 3 4 5, and I use -2 because that's -2. Okay, this is -2. Then I make a rectangle, and this point is here. This point is 5 and -2. So x is 5 and -2 is y. Okay, okay, so I want to see how many questions. So okay, so here I am going to stop here. Okay, I'm going to stop here and then I continue for, okay, so video number 2. I continue after in another video. Thank you so much. Bye.